Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge Optimizer. I am Rajat and today we are going to cover abstract factory pattern. If you haven't watched last video on factory pattern, you can watch that. There would be some pointers we are going to take from that also. So for comparison, like what is the difference between factory and abstract factory, and also the code example would be you'll really understand like why we took this, we used this pattern and where we were using that pattern. So what is abstract factory design pattern? So I think in the factory design pattern, basically there was a single object we are creating, so that factory object. Now consider the case. Basically, I want to create a group of related object. Basically, the uh, family of related object. Then in that case, like this abstract factory pattern comes into picture. From the name only, you can see like it's an abstraction of the factories. Now there won't be just a single factory. There would be multiple factories, and I want to create an object of those factories. There's this picture which I took from refactoring group. So this is basically a good example to show you like suppose this guy has purchased two chairs of particular design. I want to purchase a sofa set also, sofa. Then in that case he purchased it from another company, from another brand, and basically the design was different, so it definitely doesn't look good. So basically if you want to create a group of related object, then in that case you have to use that particular factory only. I'll explain the same through basically here. So suppose in the last video in the factory pattern we have seen like suppose there's a user, there's a payment gateway. Okay, now there are multiple kind of way you want to make a payment. It could be credit card and bank transfer, then UPI. Okay, so how does that work? There would be a factory. Now factory is going to take basically what kind of payment factory. uh, Sorry, payment factory. Now payment factory basically, payment factory will basically take payment mode as input, payment mode, and on the basis of that basically it used to provide like what kind of page it has to render on the e-commerce side. Okay, now if you want to add, so suppose someone has provided credit card, then it will basically render this page, or else this information, else this information. It would be totally on the basis of payment mode. So there used to be a factory. On the basis of factory we used to get like what kind of payment we want to make. Now consider the case. Okay, I'll just open a new now consider the case, there comes a thing into picture where the payment mode can be different and it would be decided on the basis of country. Okay, now whenever you open any payment page, now on the basis of country, whether you are in ES, EU or India, on the basis of that basically you are deciding. It could be PayPal, US, Stripe. On the basis of that basically you are deciding how you want to make a payment. And US, in Europe it would be, well, EU, Nepal. Now in India, UPI, so we can say this Paytm, then Razorpay. So now on the basis of country you are deciding whether what kind of payment you want to make. So these would be kind of products, final products, and it would be decided on these would be kind of on what factory we are choosing. Now you can see, there is an abstraction over that we have to make. Basically first of all we have to choose from this, like whether you want to choose which country. So this is, there would be an abstraction over factory, like there would be an abstract factory, these three would be implementing that. And now further, these on the basis of like what factory we have chosen, whether it's of ES, EU or India, we basically decide like what kind of payment we want to make. Okay, so we'll deep dive into code, then you'll understand more better if you haven't got it yet. So let's see the basic structure of it, like how does what the structure of abstract factory can looks like. So again there is an interface, basically abstract factory. So it would be this we were talking about here in our payment method. So there would be concrete factories, in our case it would be three, and on the basis of that, like whether it wants to create a product A or product B, basically in our case is PayPal US or PayPal Stripe. On the basis of factory we are deciding whether what kind of product we want to make. Abstract product, again these all in themselves are abstract product. Basically there would be an abstraction like abstract product, abstract product would be there, and these all would be implementing that. Okay. Okay, it is more like this only. They would A1 B1. It could be A1 B1, A2 B2, A3 B3, something of that kind. And there's one thing like client is totally unaware that in the backend what is going on. So suppose like you are on a website now, on the basis of what country you are choosing, you just basically on the basis of what country you are choosing, whenever you are clicking on payment mode, payment gateway, basically it will open up like what country you have chosen. It will open up a page, basically it will enter the information. Okay, you have these two, like these two are the only payment mode available for your region, and then on the basis of those two reasons, basically you are deciding from what you have to make the payment. So it is totally unaware what is going on in the backend. Okay. Now some key characteristic. Okay, we'll cover post code these. So jumping to Java code, which we have written for that. So there would be payment processor, like the abstract product we are talking about. So the only method which here we have is process payment. So this is an interface, like this is an abstract product. Okay. Abstract product. Now there would be different implementation. For EU it would be this. So this is concrete product A, and similarly it would be concrete product B. For EU, like we have written two implementation. Okay, now process it would implement this interface, payment processor. Now we have this CPA, we can make a payment through this also. Then for India we are supporting Paytm and Reserve. For US correspondingly PayPal US and Stripe. This is abstract factory and it has method this create payment processor. Now all these three factory of different region which are going to implement it, and on the basis of like what payment mode it has selected, post selecting the region, it would basically give us the object of that particular payment mode. Okay. So there are different conditions which we had added. Now coming to the okay, factory pattern, ignore that. Now coming to the main function. So what we have done is basically, first of all we have a null object which has we had just created a reference for that. Now in case of, so you can see like the point is referring to basically abstract factory only. Now there are different child factory we can assign to this object. So basically if it has selected, so it is a black box for client. So we have written it in this way. There could be a better structuring also, all these things, but I have written it this way only so you understand better. So suppose there is an external function which has been called here. So on the basis of like the country it has selected, we basically providing what kind of factory you have to provide. Now post factory is providing what we are doing. So it's, if I just remove this, so you can see it's just a black box. What we are doing for a payment factory method, we are just calling create payment processor on the basis of payment mode. Okay. Now okay, now it is being called and process. In case of we are providing invalid processor, like for US we are providing something like Paytm, then it will give throw us error. Okay, first of all let's see what it will print for us. So it has print this for us. Suppose since Paytm is not supported in US, suppose I have done that, no payment gateway. Okay, if you still have any doubt you can just let me know in the comment section, and we can see the similar implementation in Golang. Okay. Now okay, so there are these three. Basically, there is this payment process interface we have created. Process payment would be a function similar to Java example. Now there are three structs which we have created, and they have different method implementation. Now Paytm in for India, Paytm Reserve for US, Paytm US, and then Stripe. Okay. Now we have created different factory. This is an abstract factory. It has provided us a function create payment processor. Now there would be three different implementation of that create payment processor. On the basis of that post country selection, post factory selection, like further like what payment method we want to select, it will be decided. And in the main function what we are passing, just passing this information. And again, if you just put it in a black box, then it would be just like payment factory, and factory is calling that KA payment processor. So if I just run this, it will, okay, go run main dot go. So if I just do Paytm here also, or Razorpay or anything, no payment gateway. Okay, that looks good, I guess. Uh, let me know if you still have any issue. You can just let me know in the comment section. Before ending this video, we can just see some key characteristics. So again, like from the example also, from the code, you can see like abstract factory interface basically define the method to create abstract product. Then concrete factory implement the and to instantiate basically concrete product. Then abstract product define the abstraction over the product, like what kind of product, what would be the last structure of the product will look like. The concrete product just the implementation of abstract product. So that's all from this video. Let me know if you still have any doubt, and till then, thanks everyone. Like, share, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you all.